Hello Gemini, it's Kay from Kay Loves Tarot. Right then you guys, let's get stuck into the first week of January. Now, sorry these are a little bit late. Some of you guys may have been experiencing these energies anyway, because these resonated from the 1st to the 10th of January 2019. So, okay, that just fell out. We're looking at what you're coming into the first week of January. Like I say, some of you guys may have experienced these energies already. That one wants to come out. Okay, let's cut the deck and see what's what. So, coming into January, you've got Temperance and the Fool and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So some Geminis can be dealing with either a boss that's asking too much of them, or a partner who's selfish. If you're dealing with an earth sign, Sagittarius or Aries, you could be dealing with someone who's extremely selfish, and I want to say greedy in a manner of speaking. This to me looks like someone who's quite risky when it comes to money as well. That could represent you. You're trying to get on an even keel. Things looking pretty sort of balanced in the first week of January, but here it looks like doing something that's too risky. So it could be a business investment of some sort. So where will this end up? So we've got the World, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Wands in the reverse. There's not enough fight going on. This is something that needs to end. I do feel like whatever risky thing this is, it sort of comes to a very sort of abrupt end moving through January. Some of you guys could be feeling a little bit at a loss, I want to say, with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. It just feels like at a loss. Not independent. It's being dependent on others and not putting enough fight up here for what's right. I kind of want to say, even though I feel like you're not putting in enough effort to end this cycle, the cycle's going to end anyway. Whether it's with this person, for example, if this is somebody else that you're dealing with, I feel like you're going to cut this off. And I feel like the reason why is because they are very dependent or codependent and not putting in enough fight, not enough effort. If this is you, I feel like somebody else is cutting you off. I'm not going to lie. For some of you, if this represents a boss, it could be a boss that's firing you or making you redundant. If you've been too risky with the job, if you've not put enough effort in, if you're coming into it with a good attitude, but then things very quickly change, where could this end up? I've got tempers flaring up here with the King of Wands in the reverse, Gemini. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is the harvest isn't ready in this deck. In the Gilded, the harvest isn't ready. And the Judgment in the reverse, this is very much like, okay, we can't go back on this. Bad judgment is the result of this. But more so, I feel like Judgment's there to say, you can't go back on this. What's done is done. So for those that have recently left jobs, it looks like there's a valid reason behind it, and maybe some of you guys need to accept that cycle, that journey, that part of your career is over. For others of you, this totally could be a relationship where either someone is dumping you for being a bit of a risk taker, a bit too impulsive, not putting up enough effort or fight for the relationship, being very codependent, clingy, needy. You may feel the same about each other in terms of loving feelings, but I'm not actually seeing anything here which would tell me that there is actual love here. You know, feelings are very different to love. You know, you can care about someone and not love them. And that's how this looks. And I've got verbal abuse here because there's no commitment in this situation. Hence why we can't go back for another chance. And like I say, that's still the same if it's a career spread that I'm looking at here. This won't resonate for all of you. So, you know, all I'm going to say to that is have some respect for those that are going through these energies in the first week of January, it is not the best time to either have to leave a relationship or being chucked out of a relationship, or the same for a career. So here I've got soul power and self-love. These two fell out, so I'm just going to read you the cards. That one's soul power. Let's give it a read. It says, always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Some of you need to hear that. And then I've got self-love, which makes sense, because this is to say, look, if this is what you've been going through recently, and this is how you're ending up in January, and we're starting to sort of feel a bit codependent, look, that's the centre of the reading. It's all about not being able to look after yourself, not being able to fend for yourself in some way. Or if it's in terms of fear of being on your own, not being able to feel emotionally contented, because I've got no cups here, so there is no emotion here. Self-love. Now is the time to love, nurture and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind and soul, Gemini. Right then, you guys, let's take a quick glance at your love lives for this period of 1st to the 10th of January. So, Gemini. For some of you as well, let me just revert back to that first spread. Some of you, you're needing to chuck someone because they're not committed to the relationship, because they're selfish, because they're a little bit lazy when it comes to putting effort into it. And it's actually needing to do that. It's leaving you guys feeling very insecure, very not dependent, you know, not fear of being on your own, so to speak. So you're very afraid to take that step. And I think Spirit's trying to say, well, no, because it's a process of self-love that you need to learn. If you feel like you can't survive on your own, you need to be questioning that. Okay. Up first, new love for Gemini. Seems like as a door closes, a window opens. Playfulness. Oh, we've got two here. Let go and separation. So let go of those that you are separated from. New love is on the way, Gemini. So if you have been, and it's been affecting you a lot that first week of January, the fact that, you know, you've recently had to leave someone or a job or whatever it was, all is not lost. Like I said before, as one door closes, a window opens. So, let's see. New love. Got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands does tend to be the Queen Bitch from hell. Let me see why. 9 of Cups reversed and 2 of Swords reversed. So some of you have got new love coming towards you, but you're very, very, very reluctant to take it. And I have a bit of a bad attitude going on here as well. This may be new love coming towards you. Someone with a bad attitude. Whichever way it goes, I'm seeing a bad attitude because of a lack of content emotionally, not and sort of needing to see reality for what it is. I like to see the 2 of Swords in that context in the reverse, because this, you know, the moon's there. This is to say, look at what's hidden under the surface. What's hidden? It's this here. There's a bad attitude going on because someone's not content emotionally. And I've got the Knight of Wands, and this could be inconsistency. So somebody could be a little bit fired up with a new love that is extremely inconsistent, especially if it's fire sign. Very backwards and forwards. Here 1 minute, gone the next. You know, as quick as they come, they go. But this is saying someone's stirring your romantic feelings, or you're stirring theirs. And I suppose it's more about needing to feel emotionally content within yourself in order to experience new love in all its glory, I suppose you can say. Playfulness. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Somebody who has left you, run away from you, someone who you could deem as a bit of a coward, has gone, but it's for a reason. What is that reason? The Tower. So this is something built on a false foundation. So somebody's recognised here that a relationship has been built on a false foundation, so there really was no point in them staying, because the 7 of Swords in reverse in terms of love for me, is someone who's ran away, who's snuck off, who's done the dirty, but it's all been for a good reason. And when it's in the, like I say, that's in the upright, but when it's in the reverse, it's somebody, they've done it for a reason. So if they snuck off or ran away or whatever, or ghosted you or whatever, it's for a reason. It's because it's built on a false foundation. Why was it built on a false foundation? The Ten of Swords. Someone's been stabbed in the back here, so somebody could recognise that they were lying to you, or they recognised that you were lying to them. Maybe someone's been playful elsewhere. But it does say to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Maybe somebody just wanted some fun and didn't want to lead you on anymore. Let's clarify this let go of control issues. So I've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, this is to say the harvest isn't ready, you need to let go of it. There's no commitment in the situation. Don't forget though, the glass is half full, not half empty. Just because this has to end now does not mean to say something new isn't going to come along shortly after. And what did I just say? Just because you're feeling shut out now doesn't mean to say that's permanent. Okay, there is this separation period. Someone needs to make a gesture here in order to get this moving better, because this is something in the past, I feel. But there could be 3 separate messages for you all. But again, this sort of say, if somebody is leaving you feeling stabbed in the back, it's simply because they're not ready for anything more committed. Someone's not emotionally fulfilled in this. It's very on and off. It's not going anywhere. Nobody wants you to feel stabbed in the back. That hence why it's false foundation. They've got to go. Here, it's someone coming back here to offer a gesture, recognising that they've had some time to, I want to say, grow up a little bit. What do we have here? Too many. Let me clarify that one more time for you guys. The Magician in the reverse. So it doesn't necessarily mean that anything is going to manifest straight away, but they're thinking about it. That's what this is to say, because don't forget, the Magician follows the Fool. The Fool is the initial idea, the Magician is the manifestation of the idea. So at the moment, don't be too panicked that nothing's manifesting. The initial idea is being thought of about moving this forward. That's what the gesture is all about. The gesture is not necessarily a relationship, but it is an offering to say, maybe we can take this slow. Don't forget, any court cards of Pentacles are always very slow moving. So this is to say, maybe we can start again slowly. So this is somebody who's very on and off, may have bailed, may have ghosted. Some of you are going to find they're coming back after this period of separation, because they've realised they do want commitment, but they're not about to start rushing into it. So that's pretty much what that is saying there, Gemini. A bit of a gobful there, I know. Right, sorry you guys, I've got a right nasty cough. If anyone would like a personal reading, the details should be flashing up on the screen right now. But otherwise, I wish you a wonderful start to the new year. All the best, and we'll speak soon after the 10th. Bye for now.